How's it going, guys? Klutch here. Once again, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a mod weekend review. So we're going to look at some of the mods that came out in the last week. Some of the bigger ones, the better ones, I guess. Some of the interesting ones, I thought, at least. The ones I've been using maybe a little bit. So we've got a lot of stuff that are in the mod hub. Now, the mod hub, as you guys may have noticed, is starting to go pretty crazy. There's a lot of stuff out there right now. A lot of good things coming out in the mod hub. So we're going to be looking at all that. And as well, just for fun, as I always do when we're going through some PC-only mods, some of the stuff that I've been using, some of the stuff I think is going to be kind of interesting, some stuff that I like. You know how I do things, guys. So we're going to dive into this here right away. So without any further ado, guys, let's get into it. Pitter patter.
Klutch simulations.
All right, guys. So let's start off with the placeables. First things first, we had a Christmas tree actually that came out, which I thought was kind of interesting given the timing. I mean, I guess we can use it next year. But yeah, it's not going to do us much good this year. Anyways, Christmas tree is in the mod hub. I should say that all the ones I'm going to talk about here are all in the mod hub, so they are available for console, PC, Mac, everybody. Everybody has access to this stuff. So the Christmas tree, like I said, mod hub, good to go. Also, we got this trailer. Now, this was available for PC for a while. Now it is in the mod hub, so everyone has access to it. Yeah, it's well, it's something. I wish we could go inside. That's the only thing. It has a staircase here, so if you want to use it like a home, you'd push down your whatever your sleep button is here, and we'll give you the option. Unfortunately, yeah, you can't go inside. It'd be cool if you could. Don't know if I'd really want to. I mean, I don't know. There's been a few jokes made at my expense regarding this trailer. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, yeah, it's something, all right. Also, along with this, I'll take a look at the store here. You go to your placeables for your farmhouse. We also got these deck chairs. They're 149 bucks. Well, the trailer's only 36,000, but the deck chairs are only 149, and you can place them down and use those as a sleeping point as well. So like a home, essentially, rather than if you didn't want to put a whole trailer down on your land, if you just wanted something very early game where you didn't want to make a whole farm, this will give you that option, which is kind of cool. It's too bad we can't place both. I don't know. It seems funny that you can only place the one home right now, but that is what it is. So we got the trailer, we got the chairs, we got the Christmas tree so far. Other than that, the other big placeable item we received were these I don't know, sheds, parking areas. They're exactly the same as the in-game ones. There's one other one as well, all identical to the in-game ones that we received at the launch. Only difference is these ones have lights inside of them. That is it. The only difference. You can see you got where are the lights up in the center there. There's some lights up top there. Down over this one, you got lights down the center here as well. Only real difference. So we've got lighted sheds now. Maybe we can remove the old ones. I don't know if we need them both, but we've got sheds with lights. So that's it for the placeables, guys. Let's move on to some of the equipment now. Now, we did have a few pieces of equipment that came out earlier in the week. The big one was the crane with the bag handler and the different types of seeds that we can now, or not the different types of seeds, but the different ways we can carry seeds. Pretty cool mod. I'm not going to talk about that today. If you want to look at that stuff, guys, there's a video on that as well. But let's start off with this harvester, this here New Holland. So this is, you probably recognize this, a 590. It's very, yeah, it's been in farming sim before. It's pretty cool, actually, harvester. I like where it sits as far as the hierarchy goes of the New Holland stuff. So we have, I think it's the TX32, I believe, is the base model New Holland. This one sits just above that. So it has an 18-foot header on the front. A little more horsepower, obviously a little bit newer than that base harvester, the New Holland. And it will just give you an option now as you progress through the ranks and kind of start upgrading equipment. This will be kind of the second step if you want to try to stay all New Holland on your farm, which is cool. It's a great option. I know there's a lot of New Holland fans out there. So if you want to build a New Holland farm, this gives you another option to progress, because it was pretty difficult to go from that entry-level New Holland harvester all the way to the end game harvester. It was a fairly big, steep step there. Now you have an option to go in between with a medium-sized harvester. Very cool. Everything works on this thing as you expect. Nice looking little harvester. All right, next up we have the T430, the beet harvester. Once again, this is kind of a go-between, a stopgap, if you will. So this Homer beet harvester, it's one step down from the base game. I think it's a 560 or something? I can't remember the model number. I don't do a lot of beets, I'm not going to lie. But this one here little less horsepower and a little less storage capacity than the base game one, or the one that came with the game. However, the head is still the same. There's no different header. You're going to use the exact same header on it. And you're going to save about 75,000, 80,000, something like that, I think it is. A little less. So it's a great option to go with this model instead. If you don't plan on doing a ton of beats, this might save you a little bit of money, and you're still going to get the same functionality. Because you're just losing a little bit of horsepower and you're losing a little bit of carrying capacity. But that really is it. Not bad. Not a bad option. I kind of like it, to be honest with you. I like having that kind of an option where you can progress your game that way. Would I like something bigger? But yeah, maybe. But this is good to go right now. We'll see. It would have been nice to have a different size header, I guess, as well. But I'll take what I can get. The next up, we do have the Krone. What is this? Loading wagon, the forage loading wagon, I guess. Once again, we already had a Krone loading wagon. This one here is just a little bit smaller. So once again, a little bit cheaper, a little bit smaller. Just another option. Might save you a bit of green, literally and figuratively. Yeah, it's the 430 model, as you can see there. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a little bit smaller than the one in game. Just another option, I guess, guys. So that's it for that. Let's talk about implements a little bit here while we got the implements kind of lined up over here. Now we also had some weights that came out. I'm not going to go over the weights. You guys can figure out the weights. We had enough of those. Like I said, we had the bag pickup mechanism, the little crane you could stick onto your tractors as well. You can look at the video on that stuff as well. But some of the implements we had. Now this is actually kind of cool. This is a bale fork for not a SkidSteer, but a telehandler. So you can pick up multiple bales, and then you also have some hooks to secure them on the top. Kind of a nice idea, actually. I don't mind this. So if you need to really stack some bales, this is a great option. It folds right up, so those bottom hooks do fold up as well if you want to move it for storage purposes. You can get it right up against a wall. And then these top hooks obviously clamp down and will hold the bale in place. It's kind of a cool little option. Well, we got the Stole. It's more of a retro, just a handler device, I guess. I don't even know what you want to call it now. Let's go take a look at it in the store. So it's a front loader connection point. But it's the one thing with it, it'll go onto anything. So it's an older style. It will fit on pretty much any tractor for that matter. So 90 horsepower is the minimum. There's nothing in game that's less than 90 horsepower. So it will go on absolutely everything. It's more of I think it's an older version. That's the big deal with that one. Yeah, because it's very similar to the FZ30 that we already had. But this one here is just more of an older style, older look. So it might match better with some of your older style tractors, I guess. The Super one. Not really familiar with this one. I don't know if I've ever used it before, but it does have quite a bit of detail to it. There's some options to add hoses off the top and just make it look more authentic. So if you're looking for authenticity, this is actually not a bad option. It just doesn't bring anything new to the table in the sense of capability, if that makes any sense. So speaking of which, so something that doesn't bring anything new with the capability or anything like that, we have two new plows as well. So these Agro Maz plows. It's a three tongue, or the 3 and the 4. We currently have the 5 in game. So these are just kind of additives, essentially. So it's nice to have some new plows, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not going to be. I personally don't think we're going to be using them too much, unless there's a specific reason you want to go with a smaller plow versus a larger one. So, like I said, the 5 is already base game, and you can go down to a 3 now if you'd like. They have the option, obviously, of changing out what the blades look like. That is really about it. Nothing too special with these. You're going to save a little bit of money if you go with the smaller one, obviously, but they're not usually a huge expense to begin with. So that's the 2 plows we received. Oh, and I'm climbing up on a truck here. Right. So last of all, now the big one in the room, obviously, are the Challenger tractors that we received. These are very cool. Love the skins, the Viper skins on both these. So we got, what is it, the 700 series and the 800 series. So I believe we're looking around 350 horsepower, something along those lines for the 700, and you can go up to about 650 horsepower with the 800 series. Both very cool. The other option with the 800 series is the tracks can be spread. So there's an option to spread the tracks a part of it so you can have a wider stance. That option isn't available with the 700 series. The only option with it is engine sizes. So there's a couple of different variations on there. The 800 series is substantially more expensive as well, obviously. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to go overpriced. If you guys want to see that, go take a look in the mod hub. You can find them all there. But very cool looking tractors. I love the skins. They look so good. Very cool looking tractors. And the Challenger series are always great, right? Yeah, there's not much here. These are just great looking mods. Interior looks good. The exterior obviously looks fantastic. So it could be a lot of fun to use these. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the mod hub mods for the week. I got a couple of mods I want to talk about that are PC only. So these PC mods, I'm going to give you links. So if you are on PC, you can download these and stick them in your mod folder, and you'll have access to those as well. So let's go take a look at those. So first one I want to talk about is the Bobcat. Now, I do have some problems with this particular mod. It looks fantastic. I'll give you that. Like, it looks absolutely authentic. It just looks like it looks perfect. It belongs. You could mistake this for the actual unit for sure. Now, driving it is a bit of a different story. And let me just get in, and to begin with, we'll show off the first thing. Well, first of all, you don't show up inside the cab. Yeah, okay. Secondly, the horsepower. There is a bit of an issue with the horsepower. I had to do everything in my power to get it up the hill into here. I don't have that problem with any other vehicle. Now, I know they're not exactly high horsepower vehicles, but like even that little hill to get up on top here that's been created, I had to take several runs at it and finagle it up to get it up into place. So it seems like there's something with the traction or the actual, how the horsepower the mod has, it needs to be upgraded or increased somehow. I'm not sure what it is, but hopefully that happens. Other than that, though, the controls, like I do love being able to spin it around the way it does. That feels somewhat authentic to me. And it's nice to have just a nice little forklift style device, right? I don't know what you want to call how you describe that, a rear articulating arm maybe. Anyways, I've driven many of these quite a few years ago now, and I don't know, they kind of hold a certain place for me. So that's one of the reasons why I think I was kind of excited to see these. It just would like to see a little more work done to them. The interior actually looks really good on this. Yeah, like it looks absolutely authentic to me. I mean, this bar here should technically come down and be over across your lap. But yeah, everything looks pretty good. Now, the controls don't really work, unfortunately, so you don't get to see... you know what? Actually, you kind of do, don't you? Let's see if that actually worked there. I didn't notice if it did. Yeah, they kind of work. Just noticed that left one was moving around, but that's it. Anyways, kind of a cool mod. I'm excited to see. I hope it gets upgraded. But even right now, it looks good. I hope to be able to use this on one of my farms someplace, because I do like the way it looks. All right, so let's move along. Next up, the Cat Challenger 75C. May have seen this one a few times. I know there's been a few people using this thing. It's just so retro. Like all I can picture with this is Back to the Future, and I mean, sure, maybe it's the headlights. I don't know if that's what's causing it for me, but it does look so retro. It's kind of cool looking at the same time. I love looking at this thing. Unfortunately, the interior doesn't quite match it, and maybe that's part of the old Back to the Future feeling too, with the digital displays we got going on here. They're a bit odd. Controls, kind of non-existent. I don't know, a bunch of sticks here on the side that don't mean anything. But the exterior does look pretty cool. And I love the lights. Like, look at all the lights on this thing. Beacons up top. Looks pretty cool. I do like this tractor. It just has a certain look to it. You don't get this in anything else. There's no other tractor that looks like this one. So once again, be an interesting use. I'm hoping to use this one as well in some Let's Plays coming up. We'll see. We'll see if I can get to this one in something. But I do like the look of it. Pretty cool. All right, guys. So those are the two vehicles I want to talk about. We have one more mod that I want to talk about that I have actually been using. You guys, if you've been following me in the Let's Play series, you may have seen it now, and that's this workshop. So this workshop here is something else. There's nothing quite like this yet that I've found in Farming Sim 19. Obviously, you've got a bay door here. It's a hydraulic bay door, a little bit different. But you also have a massive bay door here. There we go. Like, this thing is massive, and I love that it looks like a normal door, so you can leave it closed. And you'd be able to walk right on in, or you wouldn't even know the difference. Once you come inside, you've got doors on either side. They both open. Obviously, you've got lights. Let's see if we can turn these on. There we go. You've got lights inside. There's been some attention obviously paid inside this building. This just looks great. Like, you don't get this in a lot of stuff yet. So I'm really loving that. I mean, you got speakers up on the wall even. Another cool thing, well, you got this lift here. So if you want to work on one of your tractors, one of your vehicles, you can, well, this one here will lift. You can see. And this one switch over here will change the size of the track. So if you're using a harvester or a tractor or a truck, you can change that size. That is so cool. I love this. The shed is fantastic. Other than that, what else do you got? You got another whole bay area back here. So there's another bay in the back. You can see back here, you got a couple bay doors, standard bay doors here. Another door. Upstairs, you have an attic space for storage. There's nothing much up here, and it does look a little bit unfinished by comparison. So that's upstairs. But the main floor area down here is cool. It's great. A little workbench, the press. And then outside, I should mention this as well, you have a fuel area, a fueling up station. Which is great. That is so cool. I love it. A fuel up area, you've got some dumpsters out here as well. And then you got some shop area all the way around. Very cool. I love it. So that's about it for today, guys. If you are looking for any of those last 3 PC mods, I will make sure I put the links in the description below, so you guys can click on that, download those, put them in your mod folder, and you'll have access to those. The rest of these mods are all available in the mod hub, guys, so feel free to download them at your leisure. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you very soon. This is Klutch. Over and out.